Data log 2026, May 1st, day 62. This is Carbon James. The reason this is day 62 is because today I'm officially launching my video diary inspired by Luo Zhengyu, an online influencer in China that shared his idea that after the AI singularity, more and more contents will be generated by AI into the AI human knowledge base. And it is important as humans, we use I call it little language models, to generate some content as well. Otherwise, we will end up just consuming content from AI. The reason it's day 62 is because I have been trial run for the last 2 months of 60 days of learning how to shoot videos and learning how to find topics and reason why I'm doing this. And of course, the first video I actually put out was kind of in an emergency of my hip surgery. So reflecting back to the 2 months of trial run, there's a glass of water in the beginning of the day with some honey, locally made from a friend in the community. So I have been trying to figure out why, and I think for this current date, it's all converging into one idea. It sounds weird, I think, to a lot of people when I talk about it, but it kind of makes sense to myself. Now, the first reason I want to create these videos is I feel my time is running out. I'm almost turning 40. And a dear friend of mine, Yan, passed away. He was my Microsoft mentor for 7 years. And he passed away at age 40. So now I feel any time after age 40, since then, I felt that I cheated on life. And the hip surgery further enforced that idea. So reason number one, why I want to do this is I feel my time is running out. And I want to create a memoir of my last 40 years, kind of including 10 years study abroad, 10 years working at Microsoft, and then childhood years, and then serial entrepreneurship years, and then going forward from age 39. I don't think everybody thinks they live to age 80. I'm gonna hope that I live to age 79. So half of my life at this point is I considered my ideal lifetime is finished, and I'm moving to my second part of my lifetime. So from 39, maybe I live luckily to 79. So 40 years of memoir, or 39 years of memoir, and then 40 years of this video diary data log. So time is running out. Therefore, in human history, with this AI singularity that's happening right now, we technically have the ability to achieve digital immortality. So when time running out, the reason I want to do this is to generate 40 years of data log that perhaps one day can turn and create a Silicon James. And that data stream, training data, is going to come from these video diaries. So Silicon James is my primary reason trying to do this, to achieve AI immortality or digital immortality or silicon-based life form kind of concept. With this, hopefully 40 years or more video diary data log, because I feel my time is running out. Second reason, which is related to my life passion of working to use technology to provide tools for the future generation, for children, especially in underserved communities, such as my volunteer time for almost last 20 years in rural China. And to use technology to help children become self-directed and self-motivated readers into self-directed and self-motivated learners. And in order to become lifelong learners, which is what now a necessary, a must quality to co-evolve with AI when they grow up. So my second reason is to do that. Now, to have that ultimate tool, I think right now my understanding is to have a personalized or personalizable learning tool or learning companion for each child. And that concept actually converges onto this AI clone or digital twin kind of concept. So AI clone or digital clone is same as AI immortality or digital immortality kind of thing, that you're trying to package a set of data and then to have it become a digital version of yourself. So I'm trying that out with my own immortality kind of concept. And the second reason for that, also then the test subject or the first person that I will try to create this clone for the children's personalizable learning is my daughter, currently 6-year-old, Maggie. Hi, Maggie. So I will, in my video diaries, as a father, of course, I have my love and responsibility to help Maggie grow until a certain age that she is on her own. I hope that sooner the better she will be independent. But before that, I will be creating content in my video diary and the data log with Maggie and collecting Maggie's data log while she cannot, and organize that into the series of Hi Maggie, and hopefully turning that into Maggie's personalized or personalizable learning companion, AI Maggie, AI twin Maggie, something like that, for her to continue with her life. And then So first reason is time running out. Second reason is continue to pursue my lifelong passion of helping children figure out how to be prepared for the future, leveraging technology. Back then was software, now is the new software AI. And the third reason, say 3 reasons. Third reason, main reason is, kind of trying to understand what is this AI thing, AI technology is going to evolve. My current understanding, my perspective is that human and AI have to co-evolve. And it's interesting, evolve is translated into 进化 or 演化. Or 进化 is kind of a competition where you kind of compete to survive, where 演化 is co-evolve, co-evolution. So 人与 AI 需要共同演化. Human and AI has to co-evolve. And in this co-evolution or co-evolve, since the first 2 reasons of AI immortality or digital immortality or AI clone or AI twin, both have to use the technology of AI. So, and me as a background of software engineer and user experience consultant and product owner, pretty much all the positions that was in software engineering industry for 10 years at Microsoft and a couple years as a serial entrepreneur. I think it would be nice to leave my own interpretation and my own kind of test run in how to leverage the AI technology. So I'll be putting out, I'm calling it James Little Language Model Log, or James LLM Log. Now, last and least, it's not a reason, but it's a background, it's a setting currently. How am I doing that? Why am I doing this? Am I trying to make a business out of this, or am I trying to make some money out of it? I don't know, actually. I'm not against trying to figure out a business model or product, but in this era after AI singularity, where tools, AI tools has made knowledge a commodity, made AI technology democratized for everyone to use. Everyone can be a producer who is a consumer, right? So this economic society concept, like what a lot of folks were saying, money may not be important anymore. But I do want to mention, and since people might wonder, how am I doing this? I want to say that in the beginning. I have saved some money from 10 years at Microsoft. And the Microsoft stock, when I first joined, I remember it was like 25 to 30. So looking at the passive income that I have from my savings, I was able to find a place in Hangzhou, China currently to try and practice FIRE, so-called financially independent early retirement. Now, I'm not trying to brag about it, because with my current savings and my passive income, if I'm in the US, I have to find a job, as a for almost 40-year-old software engineer, and probably have to transition maybe into data warehouse electrician or something. But with the buying power that's different in China right now, it's kind of, I think this is not like a new thing, right? Like, I think a lot of people from US and Europe have been retiring to Mexico and Thailand. So China now is just, to me, feels like probably becoming the new big Thailand. Much better, actually. So some of the things that I'll put out, I'm calling it James Fire Notes. And focus on China and particularly Hangzhou, China here. And it's just to share that there may be a way for people who are impacted by this AI singularity in the tech industry, where around the same middle age I am, there may be other options, maybe temporarily or permanently, that you consider to so-called early retirement. Now, early retirement is not that you sit there and wait to die. You actually find more things to do. Like, I'm trying to find more things to do while I'm here raising Maggie, co-parenting with Maggie's mom, and trying to figure out how to create personalizable learning tools, AI tools for children, and kind of enjoy and sharing that experience with people who likes to know about it or discuss about it, kind of finding my own community while I'm practicing fire or try out fire in Hangzhou, China. So out of this Silicon James data log video diary, there will be kind of subgroups of contents that people may or may not find interesting, but I'm trying it out. The first subgroup is what the fire notes, so James fire notes. The second subgroup is Hi Maggie notes. And the third subgroup is the James LLM log, the little language model log, focus on the AI tech stuff. And yeah, so I'll keep myself busy. And like I said before I went into the hip surgery, and by the way, I think this is fate. Kind of some higher power God has said, James, slow down. You've been shooting videos for 2 months and you haven't learned how to edit them and put them out, and you're not listening. I'm gonna break your leg. So I can show you. I have 3 nails, I think titanium nails, inside my left leg. I have been strictly told by my doctor that I cannot put my left leg on the ground while standing for at least 1 month. And there's a Chinese saying of 山筋动骨100天, like if you break your bones, and the bone repair has to take at least 100 days. So I have to stay put and not running around too much. I have to get out at some point. So with this condition, I will be putting out some time to learn how to do these videos and put it out. And this is Carbon James, and I think imperfection is a part of definition of being a human. So the videos will not be perfectly and edited as I'm learning, as it's not AI generated, as this is my diary for friends and family, especially that are not in Hangzhou, that I don't know when I might get to talk and see you guys again. And the surgery made me realize that I really miss the friends and family I have. But in my lifetime, I traveled across 20 different countries, traveled and worked in those 20 different countries, and worked as a consultant flying around since 2011 till May, June last year. That my friends and families are all around the world. And I don't get to see them all in one place. So this is my way to send the messages out. And the video diary of my Silicon James at some point in the future perhaps can be like the Iron Man ending of, have a Silicon James that will grow up with Maggie, even though maybe I don't at some point. And of course, as parents, we don't grow old with our children most of the time. If you live too long, yeah, you send your children away. But Silicon James will be for Maggie, and maybe for Maggie's Maggie, and Maggie's Maggie. Or for anyone in the future that maybe look at Silicon James as a archaeological documentary of information when this AI singularity of this amazing transformation that's happening, and how the carbon James, the human, is co-evolved with AI, and what it may end up to be in the future. That's it. That's my run on unconscious, or not unconscious, my string of thoughts coming out from my brain. Hopefully, maybe you guys will find some of the content enjoyable. Some of the content might be kind of silly. Some of the contents might be kind of weird. I don't expect you have to watch all the content. Of course, it's too much. But in order to train a Silicon James, I do have to provide the depth and the width of data that it learns about my life, my tone of voice, my thoughts, and my consciousness, and my way of thinking, and the people who are in my life, friends and family, and especially people I love, such as Maggie, that what I can do as a dad, as a father, that I'm learning. Yeah. All right.